Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. I'm going to be your instructor for COM112 this term. Obviously Excel is a fantastic program, maybe one of my favorites. It's a little bit of a bear to learn some of the basics, but once you get them, let me tell you, it really opens up a vast world of knowledge that you can really use, especially in business. So I wanted to walk you through the class so you were aware of how this course works, how the textbook works, and what the expectations are for you. I find that it helps everybody to get off to a great start. So we have the questions and answer. It's a discussion forum that if you go in and post a question that you may have, obviously everybody gets the benefit from my response. I usually will get back in there within 24 hours to answer your questions. Tutor.com, if you have the need for tutoring or homework help, they will help you with that stuff. Obviously we don't want to plagiarize. I'll get back to the practice assignments and self-check instructions in a second, but know that if you don't have Office 365 and you need it, you get it for free from Bay Path University. By clicking on this link, you can follow the instructions here and click on the links here and then go through all of these different steps and you'll get Microsoft Office 365 on basically your computer, but it's a cloud computing, but you'll get access to it for free. So, how does the course work? Well, just like most courses, we have modules. There's 6 modules for 6 weeks. And my suggestion to you is start in the overview every week. So we'll go through week 1 together. We get a basic overview of what you're going to do, some of the concepts of Excel, what it's good at, what Chapter 1 is going to influence you. This tells you what you're going to learn. And then the next thing to do is click on your To-Do tab. Now, you've got 2 readings. So you've got Beginning Excel, Chapter 1 in our textbook, and then we have another website that really helps flesh in some things as well, depending on how you learn. So we'll open them both. Now, a little tip. For those of you that have a mouse that has a wheel in the middle, if you click on a link with the wheel, it opens a new web page. Because if I just click on this, it may open right in this window, or you can right-click and open in a new tab or a new window. So I'm going to open them both. And I'm going to move to our web page. What is Excel? Beginner's Overview. This is the web page. This is our book. Here's our class. So I'm just moving through the tabs, and I don't see them, but that's part of how I wanted to show this to you, just what's in the class. And you can see that this is a student view. So this is what you'll see. Now this website, information from the website, shows you what the basic of a spreadsheet and what Excel is used for. Our book is easy to get into and you can download it. So if you want to download it as a PDF and read it as a digital PDF, or if you want to print it or put it on an EPUB, which means like a Kindle, you can do that. Most times you just click on the little read book right here and you have access to the book. Now let's talk about navigating in the book. This is just the home screen. You can see I've got a little thing down here that says Next Data Files. If I click on that, it shows me the very next page in the book. I've got a little button here to move up. If I want to move to the previous page, I can move to here to the previous page. But the easiest way to get through the book is to click on the down arrow for contents. Now, in week 1, it says you've got to read Chapter 1. Now, there's a little plus. If I click on the plus, it shows me all of the different elements of Chapter 1 that you need to go through. So you're going to walk through 1.1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you're going to complete a chapter exercise. To get from page to page in each one of these, you're going to read through all the information here about Excel. And then once you get to the bottom of the page and you're done, you're going to click on the next. You see how it says next 1.2? You can do that. Or you can come up to the top into your contents and you can click on 1.2. Each page is essentially, part of one of the elements of the chapter. So you can see this says, now that we're in 1.2, we can go back to 1.1 or move to 1.3. It's very easy to navigate. For your work here, if I come back, we have a discussion question. And your discussion question is based around doing work from the actual textbook. So it says you need to complete the chapter practice. So here we have a practice. This is a practice exercise that will walk you through everything you've learned throughout the textbook and help you produce your first worksheet. So what you want to do is this. You can either, if you come over to assignments, you can click over here and you can access the week 1 chapter practice exercise here. So if I click on it, it's going to show me a link right here to what's called PR1. You'll notice that at the very top of my book, there's PR1.data. My suggestion to you is always click on the one in the book, because they may have changed some of the directions, and the link to the document here may not be the same as the information here. It has happened in the past. It doesn't happen very often. But my suggestion is if you just click on the link here, it's going to say, do you want to open this worksheet? Yes, I do. So I'm going to open this, and then I'll move it over so you can see what it looks like. But there's 2 ways you can get to it. This tells you what the information is with regards to how your discussion post needs to be created. And now, if I show you the sheet, you can see that this is what you start with. In order to begin, you're always going to have to click on Enable Editing. And now we would actually start to work on the sheet by following the directions. Let me move this over a little bit. So right here, you can see, open the PR1 as, and then it says Save as PR1 Medical Office Budget. So the first thing I would have to do, save the document. All of the information that you have learned throughout Chapter 1 will teach you how to do all the things that you need to do for each step. So you're just going to follow each step all the way down. It says activate all the cell locations in Sheet 1 by left-clicking and the Select All button. Okay, you can see the little Select All. It shows you just how to do it. So it's going to walk you through the exercise, and at the end you'll have a completed worksheet that you are going to submit to the discussion, and we are going to talk about that. Jumping back to the course, the next assignments you'll see down here is that you have the assessment exercise. So in our book, if I go back, we have the scored assessment. This is the work that you're going to complete for a grade. The other work you're completing, the practice one, is for a grade in the discussion. This is for the grade that you're getting for the actual course. This is the work that you need to do. Now, this doesn't come with all of the different pictures and notations that came in the practice exercise, but it does a lot of the same things. So this is going to rely heavily on you knowing the information from the chapter, but you can always go back into the chapter and check. So as you're doing the work, you're going to click on the document, SC1 data, and it shows you what you're going to do by step 1, step 2. The thing I want to say is make sure you hit each step. Sometimes you may miss one, and you'll end up with a result that's a little bit different just from missing a step. So just go through and make sure you hit each one of those steps. Take your time. And if you have a question about how to do something, you can go right back into your text, do a little research, and be able to come back and show you. Because the great thing is, it's all broken up. So if it's saying to you, I want you to make something bold, it says formatting and data analysis, or entering and editing. I would probably choose entering and editing to find something about bolding data. And then lastly, there's a terminology quiz that you need to complete. So let's walk through this very quickly. When you get here, you can see you're in study mode. Okay, match, learn, test, flashcards, spell. So you're going to learn about the information here. You can see there's 10. And then you're going to choose test mode. It'll show you the test. And then once you complete the test, it's going to give you a grade. And what you need to do is copy this and submit it as a picture to me in the link. I use a program called Snagit. As you can see, as I move around, it shows you how I can grab this. And what you want to do is grab a screenshot of all of the information, I will back off of that because that was incorrect. What I do need to see from your screenshot is to make sure that it does show me that it's week 1 terminology, and your grade, as I open this, will be over here. It'll tell me 1 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, up in here. So I need to see that it says week 1 terminology and then what the grade is. Now, if you don't have a screenshot program, there's a bunch of them online, and Microsoft Windows comes with a snipping tool that you can use to create a screenshot. My suggestion to you is, if you do not know how to do it, the easiest thing to figure out that's best for you is open a new tab for Google and ask, how do I take a screenshot? It'll help you. But just make sure that you get the week 1 in there when you're taking the screenshot, okay? Well, there's not much else to really talk about except for our syllabus. And this is obviously all the information you need to know, and it's not posted yet. It will be, but it's not posted yet. But when you get there, it's going to give you all the information about the course, the due dates, how the grades are broken up, and all the different modules. Look, I know we're going to have a ton of fun with this. I love Excel, and you know, like I said in my announcement, even if you're a little bit on the fence about technology, we're starting right from the very beginning. So you don't have to have any prior knowledge. Week 1 is really going to start from step number 1 in learning the program, and that's the whole reason for this course, because Excel is such a hugely used tool in business that it's so imperative for people to learn. Well, I wish you all the best. I can't wait to get to know you all, and I'm looking forward to this term.